Hey, it's BrickTsar. I'm going to look at a very special Lego set, one that's special to me. This is set number 565. It is the moon landing. It has 358 pieces. Came out again in 1975 or 76. It is based on the Apollo missions that the United States sent to the moon, and actually this would be from one of the latter missions, the last ones where they actually landed on the moon, Apollo 15, 16, and 17. Each of those missions they took an LRV, Lunar Roving Vehicle, also known as the Moon Buggy, and they also had their landing capsule, which is the Lunar Module. And we got 3 astronauts. Each mission would have had 3 astronauts, but I don't think all 3 would have left the lunar module. In fact, I only think 2 went to the planet, and 1 would still be orbiting in the capsule that's orbiting around the Earth. Around the moon that they were supposed to go back to. I don't think they left that thing unmanned. Anyway, a few things might vary from the actual landings. So anyway, we got the blue lunar module. And we got 3 astronauts with decapitated heads and some different equipment that they use. So let's look at it. I really like this set. It's one I wanted as a kid, but either we couldn't afford it or we just never got it and probably couldn't afford it. So happy to get it. So let's look at what you get. Okay, we'll start off real quick and look at the box. I love these boxes. It has the old color brick bar thing on the side, moon landing in big letters. Color photo, alternate builds on the back are kind of funny if you think of these as being the astronauts doing this stuff. But anyway, these boxes, these old style boxes, they would come out like so, and you could use it for storage. So that was always a neat thing. And then you get a big fold out instruction manual. I'm not going to fold it all out. It does show one picture of one alternate build on it, this helicopter, which I thought was pretty cool when I was building it. I said, oh, it's a cool looking helicopter. But it's the moon landing. And now we'll look at the vehicles and other stuff. All right, here's the moon buggy. The LRV, Lunar Roving Vehicle, I think is what it stood for. They were not this color. They were battery powered. I think technically the batteries were in the back and the antenna was in the front. It was actually like a dish, but they give him a TV antenna. he's trying to find an episode of McMillan and Wife to watch, I guess, while he's up there on the moon. I'm trying to think of something that came on in the early 70s. So the astronaut is a maxi figure, and in order to give him the look like he's wearing a helmet, they just took the head off. And I'll just show you how that goes. Normally, you stick the head in like so. I'm not going to poke it all the way in there, but this is a maxi figure. And this right here is a sticker with the United States symbol on there. He's got a device here. It's not a gun. They went there and they took soil samples and did other things and did some tests. So it's one of his tools. I'm assuming all these little 1x1 round bricks with solid stud are the batteries, because this thing was battery powered. But nice of them to put headlights on it. They landed on the light side of the moon. I don't think they needed headlights, but and maybe that's supposed to be the batteries. I don't know. It's rare 2x4 red bricks, but anyway, the maxi figures, you had to build their legs. They had arms with elbows and everything. They had the stud hands, but you had to, when you put them in a pose, you had to do, you just had to use bricks to do that. And here the astronauts are standing up. They got their backpacks built in like that. Again, that's a printed, it's not a printed piece, it's a sticker with a flag on it. And this blaster he's got, that's not a blaster, I believe that is the camera. When Neil Armstrong landed on the moon, there was a camera. They had cameras mounted on the lunar rover, and then one of the other astronauts could actually film while they went out and did their exploring on the lunar surface. And they had the car so they could go further away and bring stuff back. Now these other two little things here, actually three, they had the flag. We know they left on the moon. I'm not sure how many, I guess they only took the one flag on the moon, which doesn't want to stand up. But this device and this device, I'm not 100% sure what they're depicting. I'm thinking it might be the hammer. They had a upright device that they would set up in the ground, and it would hammer down where they could get soil samples. So I'm thinking this is what that is. I don't think it's an antenna or microwave dish or whatever. I think it's the hammer. It's got the two little bars down like that. So I think it's the hammer they use to dig out the soil samples. And I'm guessing this is something they use to put the soil samples in. I don't know. If somebody knows, tell me. Because I really don't know. There's no manual in this that tells you what these different parts are. Alright, here's the lunar module. That's what they landed. It'd come down and land and have this little stand, the legs, to hold it. The little thrusters on the side. Just amazes me that they could land on the moon and then launch off of it. And one thing that helps is that the gravity is 1/6 of that of the Earth, so you don't need the big rocket to get off of the moon like you did with Earth. That's why I don't think they can really go to Mars right now. It's because if they went to Mars, I don't know how they'd get off of Mars because of the gravity. But it's got the different little dishes. I used yellow, and the only reason I think this is blue is because Lego was limited in different colors. It probably wouldn't look right if it was black or white or red. So blue is the color they chose. But this is the neat thing, is that the lunar module landed, and then when it would go back up to the capsule that's orbiting around the moon, it would detach from the base, and that's what you can do with this. You can detach it from the base. So pretty cool, just like the real thing. So there you have it, set 565, the moon landing. I know it may look corny or cheesy compared to sets of today, but this is pretty special back then in the mid-70s. The moon landing was a special time, important part of history. It's just amazing that man did that. Actually walked on the moon. In fact, after I do this, I'm probably going to watch a few videos again of some of the film that they took while they were up there. Just that somebody could have walked on the moon and then made it back and lived. It's amazing. But this is a neat little set. It's one I always wanted when I was a kid. And I didn't get this until after I discovered eBay. So, which was late. It was in around 2000 or after that I got this. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll be reviewing more Lego vintage sets as well as new sets and just doing all kinds of things later. Thanks for watching.